You may have heard interest rates have gone up again. I'm sure you're probably experiencing some inflation as well. So how is this all connected? What does it mean for you? Right now, interest rates are above 6% for the first time in over a decade. What we have to understand is that this is an intentional move made by the feds to cool our real estate market to a manageable rate. The hike in interest rates has priced a lot of buyers out of the market, pulling the buyer demand back and increasing the home availability on the market. While at the same time, inflation is higher than we've seen it in over 40 years. The feds are working to correct the inflation rates, but our data from August shows that the rates were still higher than expected. What do we anticipate happening with interest rates? Do we think that they're gonna stay in the sixes? Hopefully not. The predictions are in, and the prediction for the rest of this year is actually an average of 5.4, which would mean that we would see a drop in interest rates in the next couple of months, which would be great. Into 2023, they're anticipating that interest rates are going to stay in the mid fives for the first half of the year. Once we get into quarter three, we anticipate that we'll see them drop again back into the fours. Hopefully they'll continue to drop from there and stay in the mid fours. Even lower would be great. There's big conversation about a recession right now. Some believe that we're already in one, some believe that one is coming. So is it a good time to buy a house? And if you're not looking to be in the market, how can you still prepare and keep yourself in a good standing so that when the dust settles, you are in a position that you could buy or sell a house at that point? If you are anxious to get into a house right now for whatever reason, there are still pros to buying in this market. Number one, homes are sitting longer. You have a lot more time to think about a home that you love and pick something that really fits your needs and your family dynamics. Number two, because homes are sitting longer, buyers have a lot more leverage. So along with getting a good price on the home, you can also get a lot of help with closing costs, rate buy downs, things like that from the seller, as well as we're seeing a lot of sellers agree to complete repairs so that you're moving into a home that's in good condition with a little bit of equity and your closing costs and rate buy down paid for by the seller. We are also seeing transitions be a lot easier right now for sellers and buyers. So if you're in a position to sell a house before you're able to buy a house, the transition is a lot smoother right now than we've seen. You're able to get a home under contract accepted with the contingency to sell your house first. That's been unheard of in the last couple of years, so we are seeing this shift a bit in your favor. There are also lots of lender programs out there like lock-in shops, rate buy downs like we mentioned, things like that that allow you to secure your rate before you get too far into the process. So if you're in the market to buy or sell for whatever reason, there are still pros to buying or selling even now. If you're not in the market to buy or sell, but you're still a little bit concerned about what's happening, here are some things that you can do to keep yourself in good standing for when the dust settles and you're ready to jump in the market. Number one, you should have a savings. It's one of those things we all know we should have, but it gets pushed aside sometimes. So make sure you're putting money aside every single month so that you have a buffer in case anything were to happen. Number two, live within your means. Everything has gone up, right? We can all attest. Groceries, gas, all of the things that we need to survive have gone up. So some of the things that we don't need might have to cut back. Make sure that you're living within your means and that you're living with a budget. You know how much money you're spending, you know how much money is coming in and out, and you understand where you stand with all of that. Don't miss payments. Your credit score is the most important thing. If you miss payments, your credit score goes down. So don't miss your payments. If you are going to miss payments, reach out to the lender and talk about your options. Don't just let them go. Don't let them slide. Make your payments on time. Don't miss them. If you guys have any questions about the information that was shared today or about how interest rates are impacting you specifically, please reach out. I'm happy to run the numbers with you, see what makes sense, see if it makes more sense for you to wait or buy now. Remember, if you are in a position to buy now, you can always refinance as rates go down. So don't let rates be the main thing that's holding you back from buying a home if you're in a position to do so right now. But a lot of people with rates being high just aren't in a position to buy a home that they want. And that is something that we are watching carefully. We are holding out and waiting to see what happens. So there's your info. If you guys have any questions, send me a message or comment below.